Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. What episode are we on? 18?
17.
17. Welcome to another episode of the Minnesota Left-Handers. Episode 17. We're going to give you a little bit more of everything else that's going on. I am joined, as always, with my best bud, Nate here, the founder of Minnesota Left-Handers. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How about this weather we're having?
74 today? A little windy, but hey, we're not arguing. We're in Minnesota, right?
No, you and I both have the potential for golf tomorrow.
As long as the
I mean, it was
wife's not still sick. She's not feeling the best today.
Yeah, you got a few things going on at home, but I mean, it wasn't but 2 episodes ago you were saying, I think you used the words clubs up in hangers or something. 50 degrees this, winter that, whatever it was, I don't know, but Mother Nature, man, smiling on us this fall.
Speaking of Mother Nature, winter is coming. What are we going to do this winter?
We are in talks. This is a little development. We've been saying no news, but news. But there's a slight development actually now. We're in talks with X Golf Blaine to get our first sort of winter simulator event going. The nice man I spoke to over the phone when I was, kind of some preliminary conversations to get this thing started, he asked what I wanted to do as far as a scramble or what kind of event. I told him best ball. So the same event that we did in the fall, but I don't think that will necessarily make it lefty righty. I'm thinking we'll probably just have an open event. But what do you think about best ball? Like, play your own ball, keep your best score between two-man teams.
Yeah, I think that'd be easiest on a simulator too. I haven't played too many scrambles on a simulator, but best ball, I like that.
Yeah, and I think that'll work well. And you've got some experience with X Golf as well.
Great simulators, love them. I've been to a few different ones. I've been to the Champlin one. I've been to the Medina.
It's Medina, yeah.
Medina. Been over to that one. Haven't been in the Blaine one, but driven by it. But yeah, I mean, high quality stuff. They got a good bar. They even got some food and stuff like that going on there. Some pull tabs. I love playing pull tabs. So they got it all for me. It's set for me. I could be there for hours.
Yeah, and we're talking a weekend in January. Like I said, date's not settled yet, but weekend in could mean that we are after a potential Vikings playoff game. I don't know.
It'll be a Sunday night. That's what I'm hoping for.
So we'll see how our event stacks up nicely with the Vikings schedule. I don't want to get to that too soon. I know that's coming in this episode here, so we'll talk more about the Vikes in a little bit. Can I throw you for a quick loop? I need one thing from you. Can you do me a favor? There is a big Powerball drawing tonight. There was a big Powerball drawing tonight. I don't know the numbers, but I have a ticket right here. Can you pull up Powerball and read me? I think they went off at 9. So if you could.
No, I think it's 10. I think it doesn't go off till 10.
Oh, is it 10 our time?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. We are right in the
up yet. 15 minutes. 15 minutes actually.
Well, I just know this. You and I, if these numbers hit,
we're going to be living in Phoenix on a golf course in really nice houses. Yep. No. I'm buying you a house if I win. We got $370 put into this Powerball drawing. We did a big work one.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Big work,
Nice.
cool. If we take the cash option, I'm probably walking away with like 19, a smooth 19 mil. It's enough for us to move down there.
That's enough. That's enough to make a life off that. What is the number right now? Is it 1.2 billion? 1.
Yep, 1.2 billion cash options 596. Then you figure 35% off the top for taxes, another 10 off the top for the state taxes, split it how many ever ways you go in, and
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess that was anticlimactic. We will check those later.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So jumping into our first thing here, I love talking live golf. Okay. I know you have kind of switched sides on me here. I thought you were a live guy, and then PGA, and then you now you're a Corn Ferry guy. You just love the up and coming guys. You LPGA all in.
get this. By the end of our discussion today, you can call me a challenge tour guy.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Not even kidding.
So first things up here is you shared with me on our set list here the Open and what they have decided for live golfers.
Yeah, the head of the RNA basically said, as part of an article that came out within the last couple of days, we will do is ensure that there are appropriate pathways and ways to qualify. I'm looking forward to seeing Cam Smith tee it up around 9:40 a.m. on the first day of the Open next year. The Open needs to set itself aside from what's going on in terms of disagreements and make sure that we stay true to our principle, which is to have the best players in the world competing.
I love
We're
it.
not going to betray 150 years of history to not have the best players playing at our tournament.
You hear that, Rory? You hear it? You hear that, Tiger? God. Get off it. Yes, I love it. And them coming out is just gonna it's the first domino has fallen. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming the rest of the majors will follow kind of what they're saying here because I think it's awesome. And what better? How awesome would it be to see Billy Horschel teeing it up right behind Phil Mickelson or Cam Smith or Dustin Johnson? You know, one of these guys that are on Live, and just him standing there like.
Well, remember when he went Jerry Springer on the putting green with Ian Poulter?
Yeah. We had to like back each other away. God, it's awesome. I just love it. I love it. So that's great to hear. The whole 150 years of betrayal. It's awesome. You know what I mean? It's just good to hear that they're not going to give up all the history of golf because majors are what everyone wants to watch. No one's watching the Butterfield or what do we got going on this weekend?
Worldwide technology championship, Mayakoba. I don't know. Something. Yeah.
So I mean, what everyone's gonna be watching the majors. So for them to first people to come out and say, hey, yeah, we're letting these guys play. I'm excited about it. So I could still enjoy watching everyone play golf together.
Well, right. And it opens an open, especially. You know, is it open or is it only open to people we want it to be open to? No, like if I believe the number is 2.1. You have to be at 2.1 handicap to like start the qualifying, the sectional qualifying, then the regional and whatever. So like technically I could, like if I was a 2.1, just me being random teacher guy living my life, whatever, not like pro golfer at all. If you're out there and you're a 2.1 or something handicap, you can go through all the qualifying and make it. Are you telling me that I should have more of a chance to be in that tournament than Cam Smith? Because I don't think that's true. That guy can win it. Did win it. Me, I can just qualify. Like it opens and opens and open, man. Let everybody play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm liking this trend despite some of my frustrations with how this is all going down and the fact that I'm so often just at a loss for words about what to think about it right now.
And the picture on this article is terrific, by the way. It's got a picture of Cam Smith shaking his hand, so it's a well put together article.
Yeah, for sure.
So speaking on the live stuff too, there's more rumors now. Rumors of people signing and leaving and going to live and
yeah, I guess
names.
at Miami, which is where the team championship was. Trump Doral in Miami was the team championship for the Live Tour. The individual was the one uh, that Brooks Koepka won in Saudi Arabia, the individual championship. So this one was the team championship. And I guess rumors started to swirl. Names like, not even names like, actual names of Patrick Cantlay, Xander Schauffele, Mito Pereira, and Thomas Peters, all rumored to go to Live. Um, so those are huge. I remember a couple months ago when Rory was outspoken and they had that secret player meeting, and then Rory and Tiger released this
We don't know what tour.
sports event that details are starting to come out. It's starting to come together, but I'm still a little fuzzy on what it's going to be. But when they started to release that information, there were a few pros who were still with the PGA Tour who were starting to be a little frustrated by this new Rory Tour. So they didn't love that, and maybe these are those names who were, sort of fed up with that. But I gotta believe in that players meeting, Cantlay and Xander were there, weren't they? They're top 20 in the world. They're big names.
So the Live president, you got that other quote in here. About 45% of the people that are showing up are under the age of 45. He said. That's about 20
Yeah.
years younger than the average golfer. Our belief is that people understand team sports. They play sports, team sports. They can relate to be associated with a team while having a favorite player as well. We feel that trend can continue in golf. I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah. My only argument against that is maybe evidence right in the Ryder Cup. I mean, prior to, the last couple of Ryder Cups, Europe dominated the United States. All through the Tiger and Phil years, they dominated because Tiger was all about Tiger. Phil was all about Phil. You know what I mean? Jim Furyk, um, I don't even know who the other names would have been, but like those guys. Um, Americans are just, especially American golf, is just about us. Whereas like the teams could kind of pull together and work as a team. So what I'm saying is, I think the team mindset is more of a global thing, which is why I don't think it's working in the United States. It's not connecting quite the same, and why you're seeing so many international guys go. Granted, we all know Brooks and Patrick Reed and Bryson and whatever they are. Some Americans are there, obviously, but a lot of the other names that are going are international guys, because I do think that the team thing is real on a global stage, not so much in the United States.
Well, when you talk about the Ryder Cup kind of as a comparison, they are handcuffed based off their nationality. So they can't do this whole picking teams, trading teams type of thing that Liv's kind of got going on. So I think I understand. It's about the only thing relatable that PGA has, or not even the PGA, but that they have that you can kind of correlate what Liv does with their team sport. You know what I mean? So I mean it's like that, but it's completely different because of how they can like. I mean, we were talking about the Bubba Watson thing before we got on too. The whole, you laughed at it. You said the whatever, the juggernaut, the juggernaut team breaking up.
Yeah. No, not the Bubba Watson thing, but the fact that Peter Uihlein is now going to play with Dustin Johnson, and Taylor Gooch is going to go play with some other team. And the line in the story was the juggernaut four aces team. Like, what do you mean juggernaut? You've been around for 6 months. Like, cool it with those words. Who's a juggernaut?
Dustin Johnson.
Well, like juggernaut in other sports. The New England Patriots. The Chicago Blackhawks. The Los Angeles Lakers. Like, these are juggernauts.
No, they're
like,
not. Not anymore. They're not even relevant.
No, I get that, but like they have a history. They're like good, long standing. The Detroit Red Wings, like they're like long standing winning franchise.
I would say that's more like a legendary, not a juggernaut. Juggernaut, it's just I'm just disagreeing to disagree. You know what I mean?
Okay, to my Stephen A. To my Skip Bayless. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. You gotta argue sports. You gotta argue something.
exactly.
Can I ask another question quickly here? This quote about uh, this team sports bit came from LIV president Atul Khosla.
Yeah,
Okay,
the Live Tour
the
guy.
the thing about I will create my own majors came from Mahed Al Sharor,
He's backtracking on that one, especially after the
and
Opens. Like, yeah, hey, come on in.
yeah, we'll get to that next. But then you got Greg Norman. Like, who's in charge over there? Is it this Atul guy? Is it Soror? Is it Greg Norman? What's going on with like what's with this three-headed sort of monster of?
See, you have to understand, Live. There's a chain of command. There's a few different hands holding the pot, if you know what I mean. So
And
you got
who's in
like
charge?
yeah, you
At
got
the
like
top?
the money guy, you got like the owner, you got like the finance guy. You know what I mean? There's just a couple of different guys that are high up that get to voice their opinion and let it be heard because they got so much invested in this tour. If that makes sense.
They do have a lot invested.
Oh, it's all free money over there, though. So, speak about that. They're backtracking on his statements he made.
Yeah, our last episode, Soror was like, "Oh, you don't want to let our guys play in your majors? I will create my own majors, and they will be next door to your majors." I don't know if he said that, but I think that would have been hilarious. We put up that picture of like Augusta Nationals here, and then like Augusta Country Club was like they were split only by a road or something, and to have two majors there would have been hilarious. But he's backtracking.
Yeah, you want me to read the quote? I had a
Yeah.
casual conversation with the New York reporter at Liv's Boston event a few weeks ago, during which I expressed my frustration at the unfortunate blackballing of Live golf players by the PGA Tour. His statement said, "When it comes to the majors, tournaments that stand alone and are independent of Live, I have the utmost respect for the majors. The majors are about history, heritage, true competition, and honor.
Yeah, and then
The story wrongfully expressed and misrepresented my views. The majors are indeed the best platform where Live golfers and other tour golfers can compete despite the PGA Tour suspension of the players. As a Live Golf Board member and managing director, I am here to accomplish our Live Golf investment chairman and the board's strategic direction by building a team, growing the game, and defending player rights. That's my only interest."
I got problems with this.
It's just they gotta just sit back, settle down.
Yeah.
We're not even a year into this thing. Let's let some things happen, and then you can come out after they ban you. Say, all right, F you out. I'll do my own major right next door to you.
Right, but he literally said, "I will create my own majors." That was his quote. You can find it. He said it. And then
Yeah,
in
but
this
he was having a casual conversation, expressing his frustration.
But then he said, "The story wrongfully expressed and misrepresented my views." How do you misrepresent "I will create my own majors"?
Because he's like, you know what? I can't stand all my guys. They have to go through all this scrutiny, all this stuff, I'll just create my own majors then. He's frustrated. He's pumped up. He's passionate about Live Tour and getting rid of the monopoly of the PGA Tour and creating something that's going to be awesome and great. And he was frustrated. So he said some things that he didn't really mean, but,
Just passively. But then you got to realize that right now, Liv, you're a lightning rod. Like, people are gonna go with what you say. Everything is a hot mic. They're good. Reporters are gonna run with what you say. You can't say "I will create my own majors" and then claim that the story misrepresented what you said. No, I shouldn't have said that. I said that in a fit of frustration. And what I actually mean, and I understand that the majors are important, or what, like he could have done it that way rather than saying it misrepresented his views.
He's a man with a lot of money, and just sometimes just kind of does his own thing.
Shakes out. People say what they want to say.
All right, so
actual golf here.
What's that?
The actual event, the LIV Team Championships.
Yes, I kind of got something here, but it's not. It's a unique format, $50 million purse.
Yes. Team 4 Aces came away with a win. Can you get that screenshot up on the screen?
I'm looking. Or do you want the standings?
Well, even just a screenshot, because there's just one thing I want to point out about it. The 4 Aces won, and I don't know if I can blow it up big enough. Oh, I can. Good. So 4 Aces is Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Taylor Gooch, which is no more. There's been a trade for Peter Uline, and Pat Perez. Well, on championship day, in that order, Johnson, Reed, Gooch, Perez, they shot 70, 70, 71, 70. Like, good scores. Good enough. Like, that makes a lot of sense. Team that took second, Cameron Smith, Mark Leishman, Matt Jones, and something called Wade Ormsby, whom I've never heard of in my life, but Wade Ormsby. Their scores, they lost by a shot. 65 for Cam Smith, 74 for Leishman, 70, and then 73. I think it's Matt Jones. Is that right? Yeah, yep. Matt Jones 70, and then 73 for Wade Ormsby. Now, Cam Smith is just so damn good at golf. Like, look at those scores, and then you got Cam Smith 5 shots better than anyone else. That was really the only thing I wanted to point out. Dude's gonna lose winning the team championship after shooting a 65.
It's just a team sport, man.
9 guys, or to not 9, but 7 other guys who didn't even break 70, and he's over here shooting 65, winning by 5 shots. Like, that's the individualism, American style, American perspective.
Well, they have both of that. You get both of that in the LIV Tour.
Right, with the individual.
Yeah.
Before.
But you do now, and that's the beauty of LIV Golf, is they can change and adapt and make the game great again. They're going to mega golf.
Now it's mega. But it's just some frustration there. I'd be like...
it's not, because it's a team sport, man. He's probably helping guys read putts, you know what I mean?
I mean, I suppose there's been an NBA player who, went off for 50 points and 20 rebounds, and his team lost. I suppose that's happened. It's like, you should have won because the individual played well, but I get that it's a team sport. I just look at that like, ugh, I'd be frustrated. Because, like, he just kicks ass. And to not let him, and to kind of a callback to an earlier story, to not let him play in the Open would be a disgrace. Like, he's so good at golf. So I had to point that out.
So next up here, you got time to get sappy about the PGA Tour.
Yeah, so I don't know. Can you open that link?
The LIV's golf season is over, but the question remains: do you care?
Yeah, do you care? That's that link, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically the author went through what happened on PGA Tour sanctioned events last weekend, the same weekend that LIV Miami happened. So you had the Asia Pacific Amateur, you had the Portugal Masters on the DP World Tour, and you had the Butterfield Bermuda, right? You had those 3 events. And this amateur who won, he said, like in his on the green, you know, after he sinks his putty, is his interview or whatever. When I wake up in the morning, it's going to be pretty surreal. Crow said after the victory, knowing I'm playing in the Masters and the Open Championship. And the point of the article is that dude's living out his ultimate dream, the thing you dream about since you're a kid. At the Portugal Masters, that's a bad screenshot of the article. But the Portugal Masters was basically a guy.
I got it up here on the screen. Yep, the actual.
Do you have? Can you read the Portugal Masters thing? I know the guy who like took second or something.
Jordan Smith was your winner here, but first word on one of the men who tied for fifth. Do you want me to read this whole thing?
Well, just
a day earlier, Sebastian Heinzel had shot 6 under 65, and that had followed rounds of 67 and 64. But that had come after a season in which he was 206 in the DP World Tour standings, in a career in which he had never won on the formerly named European Tour. And so after Sunday, he was done. Regardless of whether he would win, Heinzel, I think I'm saying that right, was going to teach. There you go. And then they put a camera in his face. How do you reflect on your time? The question is, how do you reflect on your time on the tour then? He said, difficult. Heinzel paused. His next words crackled. I'd say I'm more of a journeyman than anything. And I just, sorry. He stepped away. Just means a lot to walk off with a good week.
And then he said tomorrow's going to be my last round.
Yeah.
Basically.
Let me play this.
Terrific round of 6 under 65. It was just
a minute and a half long.
Yeah, and you just kind of talked through it.
I'd say more of a journeyman than anything.
And so, like,
he's
it just brings up so much emotion in people, you know. And then the Butterfield Bermuda. If you go back to the set list sheet, I put up Ben Griffin's final round, his back nine.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
yeah.
He was like in the lead, like heading to the back nine. And he went like birdie on 10 and 11. And then he went bogey, double, par. Like just, I don't have it up.
You know, he went bogey. 4 bogeys, and then a double bogey, and then a par. Ouch.
Yeah. Where's my clip? I can't even play it. So in this time, but my Red Hot Chili give it away right there.
Yeah.
I think for that one.
Exactly. Giving it all away and just birdie. And can you imagine going into the 12th hole, coming off the turn, birdie, and then you go bogey, and you go, okay, I can live with one bogey, then bogey again, then bogey again, then bogey again, and then double bogey. Oh my gosh, that would be rough.
And so I knew this because I went back and like Golf Channel will air it like Sunday night. They'll re-air kind of a shortened version of the Sunday round of replay. And I watched it and I started putting this set list together. And I was going to come with all kinds of fire about how Bermuda, like, what is these fields? Who are these players? Look at this guy play the give it away clip a bunch of times. Like, just, this is an embarrassment. And then go to that Do You Care article and play his video. I think it's like a Twitter clip or something that's on there if you just keep scrolling.
Which clip are you talking about? Clipped here.
The Ben Griffin one.
The what?
The Ben Griffin one. So like on the Do You Care article where you just played the Heisel guy.
Yeah.
So right below it should be Ben Griffin, I think.
Yeah, I don't have a link for that one.
Oh. Basically, he said 2 years ago I quit golf.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here you go. We got it here.
Would you have imagined here you would be a year later? Just a year ago, you walked away from this game. Would you have imagined here you would be a year later atop the leaderboard in a PGA Tour event?
It's
It's pretty crazy, honestly. A lot of really, really special people helped me come back to golf, and I couldn't be here without them. Lord have it on my chest. They're the ones that provided all of the financial needs I needed to get back to golf, and I credit all that to them. And so they make me feel comfortable out there and play my best on the course. So without them, I wouldn't be as free as I am, and just have a really good support team and good family and girlfriend here with me who just surprised me. So it's all of that combined has made me more relaxed, more comfortable, and it's a blessing to play golf for a living.
Just a year ago, you walked.
I like he's got the Scotty Scheffler. It's just a blessing. Thank the Lord. You know, he's got that whole thing going on in his little speech there. But I mean, you can tell in his voice that he was.
And so, two quick points about this, because I know we want to get to prize picks too. That's why I love golf. That's who I want to root for, and that's what keeps me tied to the PGA Tour, right? Stories like that. But at the same time, I just went to bat for Cam Smith. How do you keep him out of a major? You know, I mean, it's there's both sides to this. Challenge Tour guy. There's a guy who, no joke, 2 or 3 years ago was teaching at an elementary school in Monticello. Went over to Europe and won. He was a golfer. Gave pro golf another try. Tyler Koivisto is his name. He was like a 3rd grade teacher in Monticello here, and went over to Europe, and he won on their version of the Corn Ferry Tour, the Challenge Tour. The DP World Tour has the Challenge Tour, and he won. And he's kind of been over there. He's not having a ton of success, like winning wise or whatever, but he's still giving it a shot. And like his story, this Ben Griffin thing, like that's what I love about the PGA Tour. And I don't see LIV being that. I see LIV pulling big names, and people want to watch Brooks. People want to watch Bryson, and I want to watch Cam Smith. I don't care about Bryson DeChambeau, to be honest with you.
Come on.
I do care about Cam Smith, and I think that's fun. So really cool stuff. Anyway, let's get on to the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see this, and the LIV Tour still has the potential to be this, Nate. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. All right, so let's rattle off, just because I don't want to miss this stuff, and we're, like I said, we're coming up to the end here. Let's rattle off the wins, losses for our week 8. So after all of our picks we went over last week, I, thinking of myself as the football mastermind, got 4 wrong.
You took 4 L's.
Nate only took 3, so
I'd like this quote to stick out. Dallas at Tampa Bay. You said, "I'm going Bucks just because Tom Brady
can't lose another game." He cannot, man. This guy. All right, so let me rattle them off. Philly at Houston. This is tomorrow night's game.
Oh, we're going this upcoming week.
Yep.
Okay, we're off of week 8. Sure. Philly at Houston. Same time, same teams as the World Series. Just odd coincidence. There's a rain out, so that's going to be a problem. Philly.
Yeah. But with how many upsets and crazy stuff has been happening this year, Houston could come out and win.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
All right, I'm Philly too. Chargers at Atlanta. Chargers? Same. Miami at Chicago.
Miami.
Same. Carolina at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Same. Green Bay at Detroit.
Green Bay.
I'm going Detroit. No, I gotta go. I gotta go Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. Indy at New England.
Indy.
I'm going New England.
Indy didn't suck as bad as I thought they were going to suck last week. So
yeah, they had it, and their quarterback's not bad. That'll be our one. I'm going New England. Buffalo at New York Jets.
Oh, Bills.
Same. Minnesota at Washington.
Minnesota.
Same. Las Vegas at Jacksonville.
Ooh. Trevor Lawrence and his hair.
Yep. I'll take the blondie. Seattle at Arizona.
Seattle.
I'll go Arizona.
All right.
Rams at Tampa.
This two quarterbacks who are just underperforming. The Buccaneers, because Tom Brady just can't lose enough.
I was just going to say, you stole my thunder. Tennessee at Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City.
All right. And then we got Baltimore at New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I'm going Baltimore.
All right, we got a difference of opinion on 3 games.
Yeah, quite the game. I took Arizona, Baltimore, and New England. So, I'm going to win this week.
All right.
I'm only down 1 on the overall, so we're doing all right. All right, next up here with our, we got about 2 minutes remaining here. We got some prize picks. I only picked 2 guys. That's how I've always done it. I've been doing pretty dang good. I'll show you my entries over here. I got some tacos going on. I lost on the curry taco, but past entries. I won on Will Dissly, less than 12.5 yards, and Christian McCaffrey over on the receiving yards. So I just do these 2-man ones, bet $20, win $60. It's just kind of my strategy. And then I try and do the $20 on the 5-person power up ones. So I'm doing pretty good. Let's see here.
So is this all football, or is there probably no golf?
Nope, we got the golf. Yeah, we got birdies are better strokes, birdies are better matchup, greens are regulation. Ooh, hole 13. God, I wish we had a little bit more time. We could actually go over hole 13, look at the scorecard, look at how many yards it is, and pick and choose if these guys were going to birdie it or if they were going to par or worse. And the names are not that great. We got Streelman. I don't even know these guys, dude. All right, let's do birdies or better. Scotty Scheffler, 5 birdies or better.
In the first round?
Yep, Thursday. This is all for Thursday.
No.
Victor Hovland, 5 or better.
No.
Morikawa, 5 or better.
Yes.
And then Finau, 5 or better.
Yes.
There it is. Those are the picks. Keep your eye on them. As always, we appreciate the time.
My Akoba's sneaky tough. So I was going with some iron players. It's my thought.
The only thing that scares me is it's Finau's first game back.
Yeah, but he's on a heater. He's playing so good.
He hasn't played for like 2 months.
Perfect. He's well rested.
So there it is. Those are our prize picks. And yeah, as always, thanks for tuning in. Any closing statements there, Nate?
No, big one next Wednesday. Excited for it.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys, and have a good night.